Hello, everyone. This is David Lewis with Philosophy of Video Game Philosophy. I'm with Wesley again.
Hello,
Um,
hello.
Finally talking about what I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, but I'm again very new to Genshin. I've only been playing this game for around a year. Um, and only really started just binging the game this summer. Like I really got through all of this summer. So I'm at Fontaine now. Um, and I finally got to do story quests. And I finally finished Zhongli's story quests. Wesley has seen the stuff with Zhongli regarding his end of the Archon quest, but let us start this. But first, quick introduction. Do you want to introduce yourself again for anyone who is the first time seeing you?
Oh, I'm the Chinese guy that will cater Eastern thoughts to
Yes,
everyone.
and so all right. Let us talk today about the death of God in China. Let us start now.
你提过，乌云阁之下镇压了很多旧日的魔神。如今仙众已将璃月交给凡人，而赫乌利亚的时代是更久远的过去。他留下的延展与延迟不应该回到璃月港。让他们留在这里，既是沉眠，也是返乡。我亲手终结了一个时代。我一直在想，如何记录那些被我终结的历史。历史可以记录，但历史并不可靠。这次的事也证明了这一点。我需要找到更好的记录，才能铭刻真实的历史。刻石曾是一种久远的记录，但看似不变的磐石，看似不变的世界与我，或许也都会在某一天消失。
钟离，
所以，旅行者，我想到了你。你是远渡重天、跨越星海之人，把历史刻在你的记忆里。
Shoot. Hello?
Yeah.
Sorry. I am on a my connection is not good. So I guess while we're waiting, what do you think about that?
Well, that was just an opening, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to
未
keep
来
a
某日，
record of the past.
随你一同前
He's
往
trying to
别的
figure
世
out
界。
how to.
身为旅行者的你，只要能够记录，那么提瓦特的时代与历史就获得了一种存在的备份。祝你离开提瓦特以后，在星海之间也能捡到宝箱。我有财富之神的别号，所以这句话是有效力的。那么，接下来就是将延展与延迟投入海中的时刻了。
啊？为什么要扔进海里？
刚才我说过吧，这里镇压了很多旧日的魔神，也包括被群玉阁重锁深海的漩涡之魔神奥塞尔。数千年前，璃月纷乱不止，我与众仙荡涤四方，岩枪镇压诸魔神之地孤云阁。历经千载，最终也只留下坊间的掌故与传说。奥塞尔，你我是敌非友，但旧时代的对立，也只是旧时代的回忆而已。赫乌利亚的遗物，就由你来吞噬吧。璃月港的神迹，从此又少了一份。 地天之间的万象，只留待后人评说。
What do you think? It'll be much more expanded in the next thing, but
Yeah, this one wasn't that informative, right?
it wasn't. But I
Just-
felt like I need to show it just to. It starts the debate about. I think after the next thing, this might be.
Sure.
I did.
Okay.
I'm cutting out the part about. I did want to talk about his role as the god of contracts, but since we don't have as much time, let's just go right to the meat. This is the meat.
莫拉克斯，从前也是你将我放入地下，1000年后竟又是你。
你应称之为宿命，热托龙王。
宿命，宿命，宿命。这就是神的考量吗？毁灭你所不需要的东西，带着屠夫蹂躏荒野。
不，是你忘记了。
这个声音是……
热托，
咦，坤君？
YouTube Premium is ad-free.
What do you? Basically, what is happening right now is we just fought a mountain dragon, and this guy in the back just gave us his power.
久违了，莫拉克斯。
究竟是
That's the mountain dragon
如你所
who's
见，
now in the form of a little girl.
热托龙王，
方才那场战斗中，你把力量都用在了我们身上。
没办法，我拥有的只有这些。是我未能及时告知真相，旅行者。有些事，我也是到了这棵树下才明白过来。确切说来，我并非完整的热托龙王，而是一小块碎片。天地、阴阳、两仪，你可以将我和那边的龙王视为此种存在。我们均是热托龙王意志的分体。
有2个惹陀龙王。
不可能！难道你是？
结界松动后，你的力量在外界化形为一个孩童。你用这种身份向人诉说被镇压的怨恨，可人们不以为然。随后你便想到，封印松动令你有机可乘。掳走矿工也是为了挖出封印入口，你打算内外合击，冲破封印。
你胆敢口出狂言！若你真是我的一部分，又为何站在背叛者身旁？
而我是封印松动时觉醒的另一股力量，微弱到无法单独构成个体，只能附身人类。我的意识十分混沌，连自己是谁都想不起，只对跟过去有关的事物有反应。我的目的只有一个：找到莫拉克斯，让他阻止你。
如果你的力量再强一些，我就能更早认出你，而不是等你提起镇龙时才察觉到异样。
不怪你，我早已面目全非了。直到摸到那块古老的石碑，才想起过去种种。实在太久了呀。年轻的人类与年迈的地龙，均无从知晓的秘密。莫拉克斯，你说还是我说？
无妨，由你定夺。
你还是老样子，那就我来吧。惹陀龙王原是炎神摩拉克斯的知交与战友，寿命远超人类。然而，大地的衍生物，正如这地面上的岩石。岩石的记忆并不很长，能留存其中的只有极为强烈的情感。时间越久，记忆便越模糊。 魔隼正是世界加诸其身的导火索。魔隼夺去了惹陀龙王的思考，让他渐渐回忆不起固有的面貌，想不起曾亲自守护的璃月港。原本完整的龙王变得暴躁，富有攻击性。
是人类攻击了我赖以为生的地脉。
此言诚然，所以你才攻击层岩巨渊，才有了那场与摩拉克斯的大战。最初，为了开拓疆土、发展生产，璃月人近身采矿，过度开采引发了地脉震动，使我们苦不堪言。魔隼更是让我们变得如同野兽，无论怎么挣扎，我们依然不断失去与人共处的能力，失去理性。摩拉克斯分出自己的力量，以阻止我们进一步磨损，却只是徒劳。磨损是天理之所在，力不能及。所以，我们成为了你，从你的意志之中，又分化出了我。我是你最后的契约，见证惹陀龙王与摩拉克斯的约定。你可以愤怒，但绝不应否认我。我乃惹陀龙王善性的残留，代表契约之志、高远之心，以及与人共存的和平意愿。
不，我乃惹陀龙王，元素结晶创生之物，承载大地的力量与回忆，与山海同寿，绝非蝼蚁的盟友。
摩拉克斯并非蝼蚁，
蝼蚁的神不过是蝼蚁罢了。
是你忘记的太过彻底。最认可摩拉克斯的人正是你，也是我。你忘却的事，都储存在我心中。你若是大地的回忆，我便是与人共存的回忆。天动万象，山海化形。
Liyue, do you have any thoughts?
Yes. Oh, okay. So I realized that in the start they mentioned the multifacetedness of each character, right? They may be symbols of yin or yang, like a portion of their entity. But then when they're interacting, it feels like this internal reconciliation gets extended with other people as well. They get to be they get to interact with others in order to figure out their own personal crisis or like problem. And also I think it has given some kind of revelation to the things that humans has done, right? So this character over here is the symbol of unity, love, peace, and interactions with human, right? But the other one is the memory of the ground, the earth, the mountain, right? Then the latter held such grudge to humans, right? He was almost derogatory towards them, but this one over here seemed to be an ally, and I think this speaks several things. One is that as a person, as one individual, you might result in contradicting selves, right? Both are true, both are good, both have narratives that's irresistible, but then they're in conflict, right? Yourself and self is in conflict. But the other thing might be that okay, this character over here is surely an advertisement or like a symbol of unity, right? People are converging together for a project. But the other side is that we have done something too bad to the environment, that this personification of the earth or personification of nature is criticizing, it's angry and tries to penalize humans. So yeah, I think this sends a message that we should feel that the nature is our ally in a sense, because we created so much wonder, we tried so many things, we were helpful for each other, but at the same time we should also be vigilant on the things that we've done terrible to each other, right? This may not just be the nature in general, it might be our community, it might be it might be for ourselves, right? It might be for other people that's around us or remote, right? But we have to keep that in mind. We should know the complexity of ourselves and also understand the complexity of the interactions with ourselves, with others, and with the world.
One could say, interestingly, that Jung was very strongly influenced by Taoism. This is clearly very Jungian. I mean, you don't, though in this context, one doesn't really know which one is the shadow. In a sense, this actually demonstrates that the light, that the shadow is actually the light, because Kunjun seems to be the shadow of the earth. Yeah,
the dragon.
Yes, Kunjun.
Right. Yeah.
So that this benevolence towards it, and maybe in the same way, I'm thinking this now, for many of us who are disturbing the earth, we have a shadow. We have the opposite yin. Like, clearly Kunjun is male. I mean, they both have male voices for some reason. I get they just wanted to make this little girl. Give this little girl the freaking monster voice, because that's because you fight the dragon. That's the voice he has. You fight him. He looks like a.
Yeah, I don't think
he looks. He looks. This is how he looks. You'll see him in a little clip, but yeah, big and yeah.
Okay.
You fight the dragon, but for some reason he's a little girl. Either way, but that we have that there's a shadow of us, of our connection to the planet, and this is true. There is a shadow of us that is our connection to the planet. That is the memory of the earth. Maybe there's our coexistence with each other and our desire for our own needs with each other, and then there's also the opposite yin, which is the earth's plight. And I think this says it perfectly. I think that's interesting. Yeah. Like you would think that that this girl is actually the shadow, but in reality, for this guy, he is the shadow of her. In reality, of him, her, them. Wait. Oh, oops.
你早就理解会先我一步消失，但在那之前，我将这些分享给你。雪落于春日的荒野，须臾便会融化。哪怕稍纵即逝，无法在你心中留下任何痕迹。哪怕这是最后一次。
怎会如此？我不承认这是宿命。
或许不是宿命，却是命中注定之劫。
末了，可死！
那个小女孩完全消失了。
热陀，满意了吗？
为自己善后，称不上满意与否。莫拉克斯，你如今的名字叫做钟离，是吗？
正是。
不行，我还是习惯叫你莫拉克斯。
随你喜欢。
点睛之事，我尚未忘却。
举手之劳，不必挂怀。
你双目完好，自然不知道盲龙对阳光的追寻。但莫拉克斯赋予惹陀龙王双目一事，我不会忘记。
你的力量就要枯竭了。
一如既往的好眼力。
外出走走，如何？
当务之急，难道不是救治封印外的矿工？
没错。所以我现在要去。
自有闪失。
你还是老样子，偏爱铁匠的很。
刀剑无眼，匠人有情。人情二字，不就是人类最引以为傲的事物吗？
热陀，我已不是眼神了。
我能感觉到。
现在的我，只是一个平凡的礼乐人。
连你也走到这一步了呀。丑话说在前头，我可不敢保证下次不会有新的震动将我唤醒。
无妨。即便有那么一天，礼乐百姓也该做好面对你的准备了。
没有阎王帝君的礼乐，可行吗？
倘若天下无神，这里便是人的国度。我曾是人的神，理应见证人的兴衰。
Sorry, guys, we're back. What do you think? What do you think? No. So this is the central thing. Like there is the whole yin and yang thing, but we're talking about as I was trying to get to earlier with that first clip. What about the state of religion the state of religion in China? Like clearly they're trying to, the whole deal with Morax, Rex Lapis, Zhongli is he, again, as I showed you earlier before this, he stepped away as being their god. He faked his death. And the higher ups know that he's still alive, but the citizens don't. Like he gifted a dream to both the adepti or the xian in Chinese and the xixing, the leaders, that he's still alive. But they're pretending like he's dead. So so what do you think about that? I mean, it's pretty obvious that the state of religion in China is not the same thing as it was before. You, I feel like, are an exception rather than the rule about people who truly stay strong to the philosophies of the old ways.
I think this echoes the current status in China, right? The current religious positionality in China. But it's not that sacred anymore. And also it's not frequently mentioned anymore. We will know that we had all these knowledge and information and wisdom along with the religions, right? All of these metaphysical systems that created all the wonders. It was helpful or harmful for us. But then I think in a sense we're stepping away from it, right? No particular religion is widely mentioned anymore. We're using it more as a philosophy, a kind of philosophy that serves the purpose for better functionality in a society, or better mental stability and things like that. It's not about the religious project anymore. It's not about like, oh, I'm gonna go for reincarnation, or I'm gonna seek for samsara or something like that. Those are not prioritized anymore.
So then what do you think about how this is then sort of related in both the people that are killing their god and then their dragon having lost his memory, that he himself has been eroded, that the dragon has lost and has now gained hostility? I mean, clearly there's a part of him that's still good, but
under a religious impact, there's this ancient emotion is going to be triggered frequently, which is fear. And fear, in a sense, kind of matches with respect. And as we are stepping away from all of these old traditions that has been powerful for us or to us, we are also losing the fear and also the respect to nature, to others, to different traditions.
Then
right?
why
We
is
are
it that why
trying
is it
to
no continue, sorry.
we're trying to kind of establish a new grand narrative that could fit everyone. But then this grand narrative will be the only narrative for everyone, right? There's no multi-literacy anymore. It's not multi-context anymore. It'll be more homogeneous.
Then the weird thing is that this again about this game's attitude towards religion is interesting because they clearly say that they will that Liyue will still continue to thrive without its god. That it's a little
right.
I don't know. I don't still know if it's ultimately anti-religious. I mean, the stuff that he does very pro-religion, but stuff
I don't think that they're hostile to religion, but they're not so invited to religion. But I had another comment. Right, when they talked about the yin and yang and different shadows and their different selves and different life choices, and also when Kunjun was erasing part of himself, right? The first thing that he did was to speak, was to leave something in this world, leave something for the future. I feel that, this might be something that we're always doing. We always try to extend our truest impact to new things, to others, and even when we're dying, when our existence is disappearing, we're still trying to extend that impact. This works as well for Zhongli when he said that he ended 2 eras, right? He ended an era or 2 eras with his 2 hands, and he still wanted to figure out a way to preserve the history, right? Not by recording, but to have some people, some lived being existing in this story. So that's I think very remarkable.
All right. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna try to go quickly through the 2 songs related to it. We'll be quick. I think it will help add some context. But
should we open up another one?
What? Let's watch this. Let's watch this first. It's quick.
Okay.
Let's just watch this clip, and then we'll open up another.
听见了闻所未闻的悠远之声。
生活在璃月地下的古老岩元素生物，大多目不能视，千百年来不见天日。
那声音时而凄切如歌，时而可怖如雷。阎王爷兜兜转转，最终竟在岩层内找到一块奇异的怪石头。
惹陀龙王便是如此，我应他愿望，将他带上地面。
阎王爷怜惜这块石头的灵性，便亲自操刀，将它雕成一条巧夺天工、栩栩如生的巨龙。
我赐予他看清事物的双眼，与他约法3章，
再以指为笔，将龙的眼睛点上。说时迟，那时快，天上电闪雷鸣，一条真龙横空出世。
我应允他与地上的人共生，但若有一日他破坏了秩序，就 就要再度被封入黑暗。
此后，那龙便常伴阎王爷左右，随时征战南北。有赞此事一词，正乃金石迸碎荡尘埃，盘山淤水尽为开。创龙点睛得助力，盘桓碎饮雨露来。
So that, I mean, again, there's just stuff about rock being eroded and everything will ultimately fade. So what do you think?
Right.
I guess we'll come back and then
Well, I have one quick thing to say
Right.
about this. I think it's just we should always know that we can never be separated from each other. By saying this, I actually mean that we're always connected to the world, even if we don't think we are that much, right, to the other side of the globe or anything. But know that just as the rock, something so steady, so firm, would erode from time to time, we are also changing. We're dynamic beings, right? We're temporarily holding up to a kind of dynamic, or I mean, a kind of identity that's always evolving, always interacting with the external world, either large or small. No, or small. It could be a clash, or it could be just erosion and weathering. Think
Alright.
about that, and also think about how we can accumulate strength as well. Yeah, that was it.
We are back. All right, we are back. And we are going to, I guess, do you have any comments also about, are there any dragons that exist under the ground in Chinese mythology?
Well, there will be local ones, right? Whenever there's an earthquake, it will be the dragon of the earth or the dragon of dirt or mountain trying to turn its body while sleeping. Right?
I do have a thing. Why do you think they decided to associate the Chinese area with the earth? What is about the earth that's so strong for the Chinese? What do you think?
Oh yeah, I actually have something to say. In Taoism, we had this 9 palace box, right? If you use these 3 fingers, and you can see that there's 9 boxes, and each of them symbolizes an element, right? The 5 element, are you aware of that?
Yes.
And then he will start in a clockwise routine, right? This will be wood, and then this is wood, and then this is fire, this is water, and this is
air.
This
air.
is
Would it be air?
No, we don't have air. I think this is gold, metal. Metal.
Yes, it's
No.
metal. It's metal. Right?
Yeah, metal. And then this diagonal is earth. Right. And then there's a reason that earth is in the middle for number 5, right? So you have 9, 1, 3, 7, 2, 4, and 6, 8. Each of them symbolizes a kind of energy, right? And the ultimate balance it will be 5, right? If you calculate any line, it will be 15 if you add it up. But this one is the most important. So this one has to be 5. Because when you think about earth, it could quench the fire, right? If you use enough, and not that many. It's not like when you try to use wood to quench a fire, that will virtually be almost impossible. If it's gold, which is something that earth is producing, can be buried by it. If it's water, you can stop flood with earth. If it's what's the other one? Wood. Though wood would grow out of earth, but it's still they would still rely on earth. You can still bury it. So
and I think that also makes sense that
this...
Zhongli is, I mean, still in reality, he's allegedly now dead, but he's obviously not dead. He's the oldest of all of the Archons, so at the moment. So that,
interesting.
yes,
Interesting. And Earth is normally feminine, right?
yes.
So when we talk about Earth or dirt, we're talking to a feminine. We're talking about a feminine icon. Right.
Yeah.
That's very interesting because it holds such resilience. And we always had this quote that the sky or the heaven, the sky is uh selfless, that no matter who you are, they'll cover it. Right? They'll cover whoever is underneath. But the earth is also selfless, that no matter who you are, they're gonna uphold you. Not just to uphold you, but nourish you. Right? So this is such
and what about contracts?
Resilient.
It seems like, because Zhongli is very much, I mean, a Earth for contracts, and a contract is as solid as stone. But is there any? I asked you about contracts before. Is a contract like? I mean, it's just he Zhongli never goes behind his word. I mean, I wanted to show you him, like, if you break a contract, you will be punished with the wrath of the rock. That's what happens to two people. The two people exploring the salt caves, the salt dungeon.
So credibility or filling up a promise is one of our major virtues in the three philosophy, especially in Confucianism.
That one makes sense.
We have
Confucianism,
we have the 5 constant virtues, right? You have benevolence, you have righteousness. I think, what's it called? Righteousness. I forgot the translation. Let me look it up. Here. Well, anyways, you would have that 5 virtues, and the last one, which is normally one of the most important, would be credibility. That you have to keep up with your word. And also in many traditions, truthfulness, trustworthiness, or sincerity is highly valued. Like, for example, in Baha'i faith, they would say truthfulness is the foundation of all human virtues, right? That's how important it is. Without truthfulness or without trust, you couldn't really do anything. So I think holding up or like not going back against one's own word is very important in a social setting, and also for personal development.
All right, let's break down this song briefly. All right. It's ancient Chinese that you can't understand it. It's ancient.
Oh, that can still.
mean, I feel like most of this is what we've already talked about. It's just the sadness of the past, right? Can I still go back to the past? This is obviously this is Zhu talking. This is the angry side of Azhdaha talking.
Yeah, yeah, of course. The little girl, the angry little girl. Right.
I mean, when you're fighting him, he's not a little girl, he's a big dragon, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right.
He's a big dragon, but yeah.
It's dangerous, it's painful. Yeah, it's so sad.
Is there anything more that we haven't talked about here? Or it's just everything was so beautiful. I was but now he's annoyed at people living in peace because it never belongs to him because he's a dragon.
Right. Right. Yeah, we should reflect on that a little, right? Whenever we have a project, it's like saying a word, right? Whenever you say this word, you're not saying all of the other words that you could have said, right? So it's the same when you're doing one project, right? When you're building this golden imperial palace, you're not building the other things. So when humans are creating their own creations, they're trying to build things for themselves. We should also reflect or like be wary that we should make sure that the other sides are at peace, right? Many times, I think this somewhat relates to critical race theory, that whenever we have something in mind, we should be careful of the groups that are invisible or their voice unmuted or lowered. This works for nature as well. When we're doing some of our own projects, we should also try to think beyond just
what we think
ourselves.
About. We need to think about what nature. How can we have nature be part of the palace, right?
Exactly. Yes, indeed, right. Just as you've said, right? The care for nature should be one of our primary virtues.
I guess, though, regarding the actual state of religion in China, what is your answer?
Say that again.
What is your answer to the state of religion in China?
The state of religion right now?
Yeah, does people just need to get religious again?
I think we should in a way, but maybe traditional religion isn't the only option. Maybe we should come up with a new kind of spirituality, right? I don't think that religion is something so necessary, but a kind of spiritual guidance is definitely necessary, and we're losing that. We're more akin to materialism and utilitarianism, which is problematic. Should be careful of that.
身为契约之神的挚友，这是我遵守契约的最后办法。
谢谢你，热陀。
我的生命接近无穷，将与永恒的时间一同延续下去。而你摩拉克斯，也是寿命极长的存在。
要走了吗？
摩拉克斯，若有缘，他日必将再会。
对，不必担心，他只是睡着了。
唉，总觉得很奇怪，好像他突然变成了我们不认识的人。
我们与坤君确实素不相识。 许久之前的事了，虽已千年，却像昨日种种，历历在目。
上一回说到，
Have we seen this?
阎王爷独行山间，
最终将他击落，封入地下。镇龙石正是诞生自那场大战。惹陀对镇龙石有本能的感知，下意识想要靠这件物品找到我。那场大战最后，我虽胜他，却并非是他不如我。他心中仍有对我、对璃月乃至地上生命的情谊，他是自愿被封印的，只可惜因磨损而忘却了。我亦无法逃避，只是我比常人更懂得一个道理：该离开时，便要离开。越是强大的力量，被磨损后带来的危险也更大。几千年岁月冲刷，哪怕是岩石，也会偶感疲惫。亲手封印老友，也是我所经历的磨损之一。为了正确之路，人们不断放弃，不断失去。或许，这就是天理加诸我身的磨损。但我是人的生命，无论身份如何变化，都会以我这双眼睛，见证属于人的历史。
你还是很在乎璃月呀。
没什么，分内之事。这一次，多谢你们了。
不用客气啊。
And Slor, so it's not again negative towards him though. He cares about his country. So secretly he's acting as a god in just the little ways. I mean, throughout this, he still acts as a god of contracts in the first act when he imposes the contract on people. And he will always hold by his contracts. So it's like, it's sort of the same thing with Nahida, like Rukkhadevata. God is dead, or in that sake will be forgotten. But in this case, just like, it seems like the godliness will remain in some way, even if we don't, even if the Qian are not important anymore. Godliness remains.
The godliness and also the, what did I say? I'm losing that word. Oh well, anyway, something similar. Yeah. Again, I think the final part that Zhongli has said also echoes with what I said earlier. That when we're having ideas, when we have decisions, when we have a directionality, we should be careful of where we are coming from. We should always remember where we're coming from and where are we going. Yeah, we should be prudent on that.
I see. Well, I might do not soon. Well, I could do it soon, but I think the broader, I think the song is my favorite. Rage is my favorite boss theme, but I think the general gist of Rage Beneath the Mountains is just that fundamentally things will change and things are sad, but things have to keep on moving. But you must keep on moving forward. You can't dwell over what is eroded. You will do its best to have it back, but you have to move forward.
Oh, well, I don't think preservation is something that important. We should know that the world is always changing. And
It's just Buddhist.
Buddhist. Yeah, we should embrace new changes, but we should be careful on these changes. Of course, the world is evolving, the structure is changing, the people are changing, but we should know that there's certain hope that's not changing that frequently. There's certain things that we are treating as valuable, important legacies that's still very impactful to us. Hold up to that. Don't lose tradition, but at the same time, don't be bonded by just traditions. Like feel free, be courageous to explore, but
what you're doing right now in China, right? When you want to do the education system, you are challenging. Maybe it's not the original tradition, but you are currently challenging a tradition.
Yeah, I'm challenging the current system, right? Which can be deemed as a kind of tradition. But I think this particular phenomena is not really adhering to our tradition, our like human tradition to better learn, to better love. I think some other project got like sneak into the education system that we need to purify.
Purify of sin, which sounds a lot like what's going on in France land, Fontaine. Maybe people being deemed, everyone's deemed with sin, and that apparently there's a flood that we need to save people from. Apparently, that's they're going all Christian in that. So these Chinese people got Christianity in them too, because we got some Christian.
Well, Christianity is impactful.
But I guess then I'm just trying to make out what this story is saying about religion and what this story is saying about religion in China. It sounds like the fact it's not, and if it was truly anti-religion, it would be completely antagonistic towards Zhongli. But Zhongli is probably one. There it's not, because it's a Chinese game, and so far the Chinese get away the most scot-free. So that's one thing. But two, it's that Zhongli is nice. I mean the nicest one is Nahida. Nahida is the absolute nicest, purest of all of them. Nahida, you cannot beat Nahida in being an absolute. I mean, she's literally the purest part of the Tree of Irminsul. So there's that.
Zhongli's cool.
But Zhongli's cool. But Zhongli's cool, and he is. I mean, he doesn't go against his word, which includes not telling them the truth about what happened to the cataclysm that messed over a bunch of the eighth civilization that are now a bunch of monsters. So there's that too. But it's like you have to find it yourself. You have to find the truth yourself, which is also powerful. But what I do think we see here is that so if it's not antagonistic towards Zhongli,
no, not at all.
Then it's not fully antagonistic. If it's not antagonistic towards their former god, then it's not. Is it truly? It's not antagonistic towards the religion.
Yeah. They're appreciative, but they're not like, they don't show such affinity to them, right? It's not like.
I guess though, contrast this with what goes on with Nahida, and Nahida being reinstated as the true god of India land, of Sumeru. Like why do you think here Zhongli has to depart, and with Nahida she gets to rise up and be and finally lead for real for the first time and ever in reality, because she thinks she led before, but that's because Ruka Nevada has been forgotten. So I guess what is that contrast? So I think the answer is, you can just say up front that you disagree with the framing of how they frame the situation of China. What is your ending then to this story? If briefly, do you think it should have ended more like Nahida's story, that Zhongli is reinstated? Or maybe there's the fundamental difference between Zhongli and Nahida is that Nahida is a child. That is the difference, right? Nahida is a child. Zhongli has lived for 3,000 years or more. That fundamentally, even the wisdom of the gods must end. That's how samsara goes, right?
Well, I think my ending kind of matches their ending, because I think there's nothing much to be said, right? If they ended up with some strong emotional plot, it won't be as clear, or it won't be as impactful, because these are two long-lived gods that will still like meet each other in the future or not, right? They're different people now, right?
And I guess the thing is that Zhongli himself is not, he's not their god, but he isn't actually dead. So in reality, so the
Yeah.
fact that his
Yeah,
god,
right,
his
right.
eminent, he's still his eminent.
Yeah.
Maybe the people might not find it to be important, but godliness still fundamentally remains.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as big or as large as an event as Nahida's, right?
Except again, in Nahida's, God is the Nahida is the new is I mean is now in charge,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
Nahida is now in charge, but the old one, right? The previous version is now
forgotten.
forgotten.
Yes.
Yeah, sad.
Any last thoughts?
Well, last thought would be careful with our thinking. Be careful of what we are trying to do. Always
Why?
take meta perspectives on the projects that we're doing and also the people that we're neglecting.
Mm.
Right? Respect the nature. Help ourselves. Know ourselves. Yeah, that'll be it.
I think everything fundamentally changes, and change is good as long as, even in both stories, I think, as long as the memory stays, as you can hold on to something, even if it can't be preserved. As Zhongli said, I was able to see clearly with 2 eyes. The memories will remain, and that's where the earlier thing about that even if someone from outside the world, someone needs to record it. Someone needs to know if everything changes as well. You're this guy from this other world.
Yeah.
All right, we really went on and on, like, but
yeah. All right. We should stop now.
all right. This has been Daily's Philosophy Game Philosophy. Peace.
All right.